we just talked about Rita.
We did.
The nonprofit Rita.
We did.
And so now there's a second Rita.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a second Rita called Rita CMS, and that is for clubs and service organizations.
Yes.
You know, Lions, Rotary, Kiwanis.
For example,
Disabled American Veterans, any kind of the Little League club,
right?
You know, the
Girl Scouts,
a soccer club. You know, it could be any type of membership or membershipy service organization, or just any kind of club, model railroaders, whatever you want.
Okay.
And so we kind of did our homework on this one, and it was born out of a necessity.
Ooh.
So how Rita came to be is that I am a Kiwanian,
yes,
and there was this like portal system that had been used for Kiwanis for communication, for meeting minutes, membership stuff, volunteering, and it was going away. And our president at the time, Joanne, had said, well, what am I going to do to keep like 210 members informed, or to send an email, or to, you know, be able to share information? How am I going to do that? And I said, well, you know, we have this thing called Rita, and at that point, Rita was still only the Rita for nonprofits.
Got it.
So, you know, fundraising and donations and blah, blah, that stuff. And I said, well, you know, we can pretty easily adapt Rita to be this other Rita, since all you need to do is just log in on a phone or a computer, and you can see everything about your club. And so that's how Rita was born. And it is Rita under the hood, but just a different Rita. Like, we need to give it a different name and a different, like, purpose, right? But it has a different purpose. It's meant to be, you know, manage your members, manage your committees, and share information, because lots of clubs have lots of committees, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You need to, you know, keep the feral cats in order, right? And so it will, all kinds of organizations publish a newsletter. You can publish a newsletter through it. You can set up your events, because events are huge. You know, even just meetings, keeping everything contained and together for a meeting is a big deal. How do you keep the membership informed about all these things? Mm-hmm. That's where Rita shines, is that from your phone, from a tablet, from a computer, you can do all these things that either would be just emails back and forth between people, spreadsheet hell. We all know about spreadsheet hell. Everything could be spreadsheet hell. And we're doing the same thing again like we do in both the for-profit and the nonprofit world, where we're pointing everybody to the like master source of truth.
Right.
And the master source of data. So it's like, it's in Rita, so go to Rita. Or you want to know more about the event coming up next week, go to Rita. You want to volunteer,
go to Rita.
Go to Rita and just tap the shift or the role that you want to do, and you're in. You want to take attendance, put it in Rita. Don't just keep a spreadsheet. So it has a whole different purpose than nonprofit Rita, of like, you know, let everything of your club kind of live in one place.
I got it.
And plus, because all those, you know, someone could leave in a blaze of glory. And
yes,
what happens to all your records? Or, you know, you're using a Gmail account to keep all the data about the organization. And then what happens when the person decides, I don't want to do this anymore? Then what? We talked about this in other Rita, that even for a service organization, your data is your biggest asset, because everything's in there about the members, the committees, the events, the minutes, the money, all that stuff. And then I think the coolest feature, though, of Rita is the fact that there's a lot of people out there that will want to either make a website for you, and then it's thrown at you to like, okay, it's your problem, and then you got to find that one technologically competent person to keep the website updated, or no one keeps it up to date, right?
Yeah.
So Rita builds you a public website by itself. So you put in some simple information like a nice picture about the group, a logo. What's your club or organization about? You can put in your membership application. But then the magic is like, as the members do stuff in Rita, it just appears on the website if you want to. So
give me an example.
Example would be you take pictures at a fundraiser, and then you attach them to the event in Rita. All you do is tell it, yes, I want to show it on the website, and like a photo carousel just builds itself. No one has to do like website updates. Like, who wants to do that? Seriously, who really wants to do that? And let's say your meeting minutes and agenda for the membership committee. Everyone can go into Rita and see all that data, and then you can also say, okay, I want the public to know about this meeting because we're inviting guests, or the public to be a guest at the meeting, right? I said that wrong, excuse me. You can publish the files out to the public website, and if somebody were to go look at that event on the website, they could see like, oh, here's the agenda, here's the minutes to look at. If you choose to make that public, it's public for everyone. And no one had to do any work. It's like, seriously, no one had to do any work. And there's
and no mistakes are made.
And no mistakes are made because like there's the master data in like the one place, and then you make everybody go to it. And there's companies out there that make club and membership software, right? And
yes,
and we know that there's a lot of them out there. That's everyone has a place, right? But they fall flat with the website piece of it. Because it's either you have to do all this work to keep it maintained, or what I found out a couple weeks ago was you could pay the company to maintain your own website. And my only thought back to that was, how is that advancing the mission?
Yeah.
Because that's just money off the top.
Right.
For what?
Right.
Everyone's got a phone. Everyone's got a computer. Most everyone has a computer, but everyone's got a phone. You could do it all from your phone if you needed to. So we've and the mantra that we have is like, it's got to be simple. So it's like big clear buttons.
It's got to be simple, and you got to get a grip.
Yes, you got to get a grip, because we've decided that complication is just what the norm is now. No, it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be. So that's really like our killer feature, is that the website updates itself. So once you set it up the first time, it's just as long as your members are engaged and they're putting in data, that will pre-populate.
Build itself.
Build itself.
Get a grip.
Get a grip and like make it easy. Make it easy. I have goosebumps from the public website right now because I love that feature. I have goosebumps from it right now. So thank you for letting me tell you all about Rita.
I love hearing about Rita and can only wait and be so happy to hear the next new wrinkle.
It's coming. Coming soon.
Awesome.
Nice. Thanks,
Thank you,
Suzy.
Joe.
Thank you.